Yeah, yeah. Just
Okay. So this Company Connect consultancy is the ISO certified consultancy, and they're providing a lot of trainings, and you can see the certificate here also as well. Next slide, please. Ma'am. So we have other industrial training courses as well, along with the LIMS. We have computerized system validation, quality assurance, and quality control certification, combination of pharmacovigilance, clinical research, CDMS, medical writing. We have equipment qualification and HVAC validation, cleaning validation, water validation, and process validation. Then we have regulatory affairs, US, EU, TGA, etc., and LIMS application details and its validation. Can we have next slide? We also provide the SAP S4 HANA training, the most recent version of the SAP, and we also have manufacturing execution system, pharmacovigilance professional certification. Then we have clinical research and CDMS professional certification, and medical writing professional certification. Okay, so in this particular demo session, we are going to see the details about the laboratory information management system, short form LIMS. Uh, what is LIMS and why it is necessary into the all the laboratories or the testing laboratories? Okay, so a LIMS or a laboratory information management system is a software solution that addresses the data management automation and regulatory challenges of laboratories. So as the name stands for laboratory information management system, which is nothing but all the information which is being generated into the laboratory is being managed into a system. So that we called it as a laboratory information management system. As the name suggests, a LIMS is used to effectively manage laboratory samples and the associated data. So like name itself is suggesting that this particular software is effectively manages the laboratory samples and its associated data, like all the testing, all the reports generated, whatever the data related to that particular sample can be managed into this particular software. And thus standardizing operations by maintaining and automating workflows, managing test and handling reporting procedures. Can we have next slide? So who can use laboratory information management system? So a variety of industries can use LIMS. Some of the major industries include the pharmaceutical and R&D laboratories. Uh, the laboratories which are managing the drug samples, maintaining the test records, generating the reports, and automate testing workflows, right? So I hope most of the people are aware about the pharmaceutical laboratories and R&D laboratories as well. So like US FDA and FDA regulatory bodies now have asking pharmaceutical laboratories to implement this LIMS software for their uh, uh, regulatory compliances, right? So now most of the pharmaceutical laboratories have this software. Then the another industry is the clinical research and diagnostics. This LIMS manages patient data and specimen information, maintain various test record and test results, generate reports, and automate laboratory workflows. After that, we have another industry, biobanks and biorepositories. LIMS tracks biological samples and manage their storage locations for easy retrieval of the samples and their associated data. Then we have the food and beverage testing laboratories. LIMS manages food and beverages samples, maintain test records, generate reports, and automate testing workflows. Okay, and after that we have oil and gas testing laboratories. LIMS manages sample batches, testing schedules, sample monitoring, and review and validation of results with complete traceability for external auditing purpose. Can we have next slide? Then the another industry is agriculture testing laboratories. LIMS manage sample types like soil, plant tissue, seeds, insects, feed, oils, nuts, husk, flowers, and more. The laboratories maintain sample booking, tracking, testing, quality control, test report generation, facilitating growers to take the decisions in the field. Then we have the water testing laboratories, manages samples from drinking water, surface water, wastewater, and test them for various parameters such as pH, turbidity, dissolved oxygen, nutrients, heavy metals, bacteria, and other contaminations. Okay, so these are all the testing laboratories. They are doing particular testing in their own domain, right? So all these laboratories using this can use this software. Then we have the environmental laboratories. This test a wide array of environmental samples, including air, oil, and various types of waste, such as liquids, solids, and sludges. These samples undergo inorganic and organic chemical analysis, microbiological testing, and physical assessment and radiochemical evaluations. Then we have material testing laboratories. Conduct comprehensive tests to assess materials properties, from determining the tensile strength of metals and analyzing the composition of polymers to assessing the durability of the composites and more. So these are the some uh, widely these industries using the LIMS software, and this can also use the LIMS software to track their records, to automate their workflows, right? So can we have the next slide? So there are some key advantages of LIMS software. If you see workflow automation, the first and the most advantage of LIMS workflow automation. So basically, a lot of companies or a lot of laboratories still doing the manual testing or manual data storage, right? But here, LIMS provide you the workflow automation, which automate the workflow, which includes the from receiving the sample into the laboratory to generation of the reports like the COA and other many more reports, right? And it have various modules also. So it can like in the workflow, you can generate the reports. We can assign the test to the analyst to perform the analysis. Then analyst can also enter the results into the LIMS, and a reviewer can also review, approver can also approve into the LIMS. So this is the workflow that can be automated into the LIMS. So this is the advantage of LIMS. Second advantage, we have real-time traceability. So whatever the data which are getting fed into the LIMS software, that can be traced. We can trace that data anytime, anywhere. And by one click, we can get all the reports which is generated initially, and we can also have the audits. So LIMS also provide the audits, so we can trace all the data. Then we have the third advantage, improved data quality. So LIMS reduces the data integrity. Then again, your wrong result entry. Okay, so that will automatically improve the data quality. So all the data entered into the LIMS will be validated, uh, checked, and reviewed, and it will not allow a user to add the wrong data. So that will improve the data quality, obviously. Then we have the fourth, compliance with regulations and standard. As I said, now for the pharmaceutical industries and the chemical industries, USFDA, FDA, uh, these regulatory bodies now encouraging pharmaceutical laboratories to implement this particular software to to compliance with their regulations, right? So this LIMS provide the complete compliance with the regulations and standards. It can be customized as per the user's requirement to to compliance with the regulations. Then we have the instrument integration. So LIMS can be integrated with the instrument. LIMS can be integrated with the ERP systems like SAP. Also, like any laboratory having the multiple instruments in their laboratories, that can be integrated with the LIMS. So user can only enter the data into that particular instrument and it can get directly captured into the LIMS. So that integration works, and it is beneficial for the saving time of the user, and also it will enhance the quality of the data. That data cannot be that data cannot be duplicated, right? So original data can be traced. Also, it also integrate with the ERP systems. It also integrated with the SAP. So all the uh, inventory that comes under the SAP can flow to the LIMS, and also it after the testing into the quality control laboratory, that can be released for the further use. Okay, so we have the sixth advantage, improved turnaround time. So LIMS also improving the turnaround time, like all the productivity can be increased. Because manual testing or manual reporting is taking a lot of time, but into the LIMS, master data is working behind this, so it will automatically improve the productivity. Okay, so can we have the next slide? So there are some disadvantages of LIMS software as well. If you see, any person which is who's working into the suppose into laboratory for since 10 to 15 years, but now they were working manually, and now their management decided to take LIMS software and go automated, right? So that person who's working since 15 to 20 years manually, now they have to train themselves to use this particular system. But that is very difficult for them to switch from the manual to automated systems, right? So that training staff to use the LIMS can be time intensive and expensive. So that from switching from the manual to automated can take a time, and it will also expensive to teach each personnel to use this particular software. So that is the disadvantage of LIMS. Then cost. LIMS can have high initial implementation cost, subscription fees, and maintenance fees. Okay, so this LIMS implemented by the IT industries, which are the vendor of the LIMS, and obviously the cost involved into the implementation, subscription, and the maintenance. One-time implementation is not enough for this. After the implementation of the LIMS also, uh, laboratory should have to pay the maintenance fees to the vendor to to provide support. Okay, so that cost part is also a disadvantage. A lot of cost involved into this. Then IT resources, you might need dedicated IT resources to maintain the LIMS. So database is working behind this LIMS software. To maintain that database, you will need the IT resources, and that dedicated IT resources will be high paying. So that again the cost is involved. Okay, so these are the some disadvantages of LIMS software. Can we have the next slide? So how does LIMS software work? So here we are going to see the basic workflow of the LIMS software, how it is working. So the first one is the sample registration and tracking. So LIMS begin its work by registering each sample that enters into the laboratory. So any sample that enters into the laboratory needs to be registered uh, manually as well, and if you are using the LIMS also, it needs to be registered into LIMS also by using the product code, material code, or the product name. Okay, so that registration should be done into the laboratory. A unique identifier is assigned, and pertinent details such as sample type, source, and collection date are recorded. So this unique identifier means like if that particular product have the specific code that needs to be assigned, then that code or the that number will be can be used throughout its life cycle, that sample's life cycle. Okay, and details like the sample type, source, and the collection date, that needs to be recorded. LIMS tracks the movement and status of samples throughout the entire laboratory workflow using the assigned identifiers. Users can easily locate and monitor the progress of each sample within the system. So how this can be possible? Users can easily locate and monitor the progress of each sample within the system, because we are assigning that unique identifier, and because of that unique identifier, we can track progress of that sample throughout its life cycle. So this is how sample registration and tracking works. After that, the second step is determining the task. The LIMS allocates tasks to different individuals or instruments based on predefined workflow. What does that mean? Like when you receive the sample into the laboratory, uh, team leader or your manager will assign the multiple tests to multiple analysts, right? So that allocation will be done into the LIMS. Each individual have their own access or own logins. So team leader will allocate samples or the test to the each analyst. And after that, it schedules and manages the sequence of the task to optimize the efficiency of the laboratory processes. The automation reduces manual interventions, ensuring consistency and efficiency in the process. This automation reduces the manual interventions, right? So the manager or the team leader can equally distribute the work among the group members or the team members. So the manual interventions, it will automatically get reduced because the workflows are already set into the software. Then it will ensure consistency and efficiency of the progress processes. Workflows are assigned to specific individuals or groups, streamlining the entire laboratory operation. Then the third step is data entry and capture. After the receiving sample and the assigning the test to different analysts, next part comes for the data entry. After doing the testing of the particular sample, laboratory instruments may be integrated with the LIMS to automatically capture data generated during the experiments or analysis. So if the instruments are integrated with the LIMS, then LIMS will automatically capture the data uh, from the instruments. And if it is not integrated, then user have to do the data entry of the particular results into the LIMS software. Users can manually enter data into the system, ensuring all relevant information is recorded in a standardized format. This not only reduces the risk of human errors associated with the manual input, but also accelerate the data entry process. So it will not allow to enter the wrong results because that data is already standardized and we have that formats also into the LIMS. And if user tries to manipulate the results, it will throw an error or it will automatically generate an OS. So that is the best part of the LIMS. So the productivity will be increased, the errors will be reduced, right? Data integrity will be reduced. And so data entry will be done by the each personnel or the each member of the team. Whatever the data whatever the analysis they have done for that particular sample, that can be added into the LIMS. Can we have the next slide? After that, quality control and assurance. The maintaining quality standard is non-negotiable in laboratory settings. LIMS incorporates built-in quality control checks to verify that data aligns with predefined standards. It enforces validation rules to ensure data accuracy and adheres to quality control standards. The system generates alerts or notification for out of specification results or deviation from established protocols. Like I said, the standardized data already working behind that, so user cannot enter the wrong results. So if they try to enter the wrong results and try to submit that, the system will automatically generate the notification for the OS, that is our out of specification results, or it will generate the deviations. So that is the and that quality control and the assurance laboratories cannot compromise with the quality of the data. So that is why it will also beneficial for that particular laboratory. After that, we have the data storage and retrieval. The software stores data in a centralized and secure database, ensuring a single source of truth. Sample details, experimental results, and associated metadata find a centralized home within the system. Researchers benefit from easy data retrieval based on various search criteria, promoting accessibility and facilitating the seamless retrieval of critical information. So all the data will be stored into the LIMS, like throughout the life cycle of that particular sample. Each and every step is being recorded into the database, or you can say into the software, and that data can be centralized and using the secure database. Also, we can find all the sample details, experimental status, and associated metadata. Uh, Find a centralized home within the system. So, but just by one click, we can have all the reports related to that particular sample. Can we have the next slide? Reporting and analysis. In this phase, LIMS generate comprehensive reports based on the predefined templates. So at the time of creating master data, we have to create the predefined templates according to the SOPs or their specifications. So that templates can be used to to generate the reports. Okay. So this is not only expedites the reporting process, but also ensures consistency and accuracy in the documentation of the results. So most of the people working into the laboratories, they are aware about the GXP processes, right? So that cannot be compromised. So uh, the template format will be consistent unless there is a major change into that, and it will also have the accuracy of the documentation. Uh, User can create custom report to meet specific requirements, combining data from different sources. Some LIMS solution even offer integrated data analysis tool, empowering researchers to derive meaningful insights directly within the system. Okay, so so user also have provision to report to generate the custom reports to meet their specific requirements. So like all the laboratories have their own workflows, have their own working culture. So they have their own specific requirements. So LIMS also provides some custom reports that can meet the user's requirement. So they can generate their own customized report. Okay. After that, we have the compliance and audit trials. The system includes features to ensure adherence to regulations and standards. It maintains detailed audit trails, providing a transparent record of all changes made to data. So whatever the changes that made into the system for the specific sample or for the specific data, that can be captured into audit trials, and it will also that audit trials will available by one click, like who made the changes, when made the changes, and what changes made into the system, that can be captured. So there are no chances of any deviations or any data integrity. So this feature proves invaluable during regulatory inspections, ensuring a thorough and compliant documentation history. Okay, so this is how LIMS work. This is the flow of the LIMS software. Can we have the next slide? Okay, so into the market, there are a lot of vendors available for the LIMS, like Labware LIMS, LabVantage LIMS, Caliber LIMS, Star LIMS, Thermo Fisher Sample Manager, BioVia. So basically, we are going to mostly used LIMS are the Labware LIMS, and after Labware LIMS is the mostly used LIMS software, and we have the career growth with validation. So there are two types of careers available into the market, uh, as a LIMS consultant and as a LIMS specialist. And also there is third opportunities also, like LIMS end user also. Uh, so LIMS consultant is nothing but uh, we can have a career with a leading LIMS vendor, can provide opportunities for international travel and global exposure. Candidates may need experience in the laboratory and lab software. So, like the vendors are the mostly IT companies which are going to implement the lab software into the pharmaceutical laboratory or any other laboratories. So they require such people who have the exposure from the pharma domain, who have the knowledge about the testing, who have the knowledge about the laboratory processes, and also have the knowledge about the LIMS software. So LIMS consultant is a mediator between the developer and the client. So LIMS consultant will gather all the requirements from the client, and he will provide it to the developer. So according to the user's requirement, developer will develop the software, and it will be provided to the client. So this is how LIMS consultant works. After that, we have the LIMS specialist. A scientific degree such as biology or chemistry can be an advantage for LIMS specialist role. Scientific background can help candidate understand specific terminology and workflows, which can make them more sought after by clients. So LIMS specialists are uh, building the software, helping in building the software. Like also, these are the similar role, but also LIMS specialist will work into the R&D, or you can say the development team. They will gather the information from the client and provide it to the developer. So developer will act on their uh, inputs and try to customize the software as per the user requirement. So these are the mostly provided job roles into the market. Also, we have another role as a LIMS end user. That is nothing but if you are working into if you are working into your pharmaceutical laboratory or any other laboratory which is using this particular LIMS software, and if you trained if you are trained into this software, then you can have a career growth in your own organization. So like there are some pharmaceutical laboratories that they're having their own team. They are creating their own master data. They are building their own master data. They are configuring their own master data. So you if you choose to be a LIMS end user or a master data creator, so you can be a part of that team. So you can handle all the master data related activities. So that is also a job opportunity. So basically, the starting salary from in this particular field is like 20,000 to 40,000 as a fresher. That is also depending on your experience. So as IT norms, I can tell you, we have, if you have the more than 2 years of experience, you will have the package of 4 to 5 lakhs. If you have the more than 5 years of experience, you will get the package of 8 to 10 lakhs. And if you have the experience more than 10 years, it will be like, depending on the interview, it will get above 15 lakhs. So this is the standard salary provided into the IT industries. Can we have the next slide? So this is the career growth in terms of position and salary. So if you start from the 2.6 to 5 lakh per annum, then this is your starting position. After that, you are going to increase your chances, like also the uh, designation with the salary. So the chart is here, you can see. And also there are huge market, particularly into IT industry, I can say, because I also came from the pharmaceutical domain to IT industry, so I know about it. So they are looking such candidates who have the knowledge of the pharma domain, as well as they are aware about the software, LIMS software. So they are looking for such people, but in the market there are very less people. So this is the best chance for you to get the knowledge about the LIMS software. And if you want to switch your career, or if you want to grow in your uh, current position, you can definitely join this course. So may I know what is the purpose what is the purpose of your to join this course? Like if you want to switch your career into IT industry, or you want to be a part of the IT industry, if you want to be a part of your internal LIMS team. Anybody can tell me what is the purpose, what you are looking for?
Sir, currently I'm working as a CSV QA, right? So I'm working on various LIMS project, and I'm not a end user, or we never come across the software directly, right? We just go through
Mhm.
uh, testing and protocols and
Okay.
other quality documents, but we are not coming across the software. So just to know the functionality, how it works at the end, and how compliant it is, or from compliance standpoint of
Okay.
view, I'm talking if we are like having testing and we are having some issues, then there will be terminologies which we are not aware of. So just to know how the
Yes.
functionality, yeah. So I think this is
Mhm.
a good platform to understand the software.
Yeah, yeah. Also, and you are like I'm happy to hear that you are like you want to grow in your organization by gaining this knowledge. Yeah, that is a good point. So anybody, anyone?
Hello.
Yes. Hi.
Hi, sir. Myself, Parasram. I want to switch career from pharma to IT. But actually, I have a 13 plus year experience in pharma only. I am currently using more than 10 years LIMS caliber only.
Okay. Okay. Actually, see, these softwares are similar, but there are some terminologies or functionalities that is only difference. So if you're using Caliber also, you are very well aware about the LIMS, right? So that is only vendor change or the template change, you can say. But the functionality of the LIMS will be similar. So
Okay.
this is the right platform for you to learn the labware LIMS. See, Caliber LIMS is the our Indian vendor, but this labware and other LIMS are the global vendors, right? So there are larger scope into the labware and other LIMS.
O-
So if you are looking for the switch into the IT industry, mostly the positions are open for the labware and the lab vantage. So this is the right
Yeah.
platform for you to learn the labware LIMS. The functionality, if you're working 10 years from 10 years on the caliber, so you must be aware about all the functionalities into caliber,
Yeah. Yes, sir.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it will definitely help your knowledge also, like uh, just you will just see the functionality into the labware, so that will automatically help you to uh, it will help you to turn your switch your career from the pharma to IT industry.
Okay. Sir, but actually, I have one question. After this much
Mhm.
of year experience, can I switch?
Yes, you can. You can see people like having 10 years, 12 years of experience. Like they are very well aware about. They have the very well knowledge about the pharmaceutical or the laboratories, right? So
Yeah.
they have the knowledge about the all the regulatory compliances, all the instruments, all the laboratory processes, right? So
Yeah.
it will definitely help you to crack an interview, because as a functional consultant, that knowledge only matters. Software can
Okay.
be learned, software can be learned, but your basic knowledge from the pharma industry can be helpful as a functional consultant.
Okay. 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 Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so if anyone have any questions, we can take that questions.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
I'm a microbiology fresher, and
Mhm.
before starting my career in pharma industry, I was looking for uh, other opportunities in pharma industry. So
Mhm.
I did heard about this LIMS software, and
Mhm.
I also want to switch my career in IT. But am I
Yeah.
eligible
Okay. So
to enter it?
yes, 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 you are definitely eligible, because see, you are from microbiology department, right? So you are working into the microbiology department. If you are working into my microbiology department and having the knowledge about it also, like there are some other organizations also which, see, IT companies not only providing the software to pharmaceutical companies and R&D laboratories. I like into the slides I show you, there are other industries also using the LIMS. So out of that, clinical trials, then there and we have other industries also where there your knowledge can be useful, right, for the IT companies. So IT companies are looking for such people who have that areas knowledge and also aware about the LIMS software. So knowledge you already have, you just need to learn the software.
Yes, but how do I approach them, sir?
See, you have to like you will after the completion of this course, we are going to update your resume, and then after that you can apply for the various posts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, so I have a quick question. So here we are looking into the LIMS functionality, right? You would be walking us
Mhm.
through different modules of LIMS labware here, right?
Yes. Yes.
And my question is like, what about LIMS administrator? What is that about? Is that a different?
Uh,
Uh,
yes,
s-
that is a different. So that we have different course for that. We designed the LIMS administrative course. That is the most
yeah, but
advanced
how,
course.
my
You
general question is like how it is different from this one? Like, what is there which is getting covered in LIMS administrator, and what is here?
Okay, so all the activities related to the development and the administrator, all the administrative activities that and the support activities can be covered into the administrative training sessions. And here we are
Hmm.
going to see the basic end user activities, or how LIMS works, what is the functionalities LIMS provided. So that activities we are going to see here, along with the master data activities. Okay.
Okay, so can I say like it is more towards IT side, LIMS administrator?
Uh, the LIMS administrator training sessions, that will you can consider as a developer and administrator role. But this particular functionality, I am conducting the session like job role I just discussed as a LIMS consultant, right? So you are
Hmm.
aware about the LIMS software, you are aware about the LIMS software, and you are aware about the functionalities uh, which is carried into the laboratories from the pharma background
Hmm.
or any other background. So that
Yeah.
will help you to switch your career from the your existing career into the IT industry as a LIMS consultant.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
if you are looking
Okay.
for a developer, if you are looking for a developer role or a LIMS administrative role, then definitely I will suggest you to join that administrator role
Okay.
training.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you.
Yes, sir. So
Yes.
in this program, what are the things to be covered in this LIMS?
Yeah, we are going to
So
cover all the modules, all the modules available into the LabWare LIMS. Then we are going to see how the implementation. Uh, we are going to see implementation flow into this particular training. After that, we are going to see the master data creation and the configuration. Okay, and this will be this particular topics will be conducted into this session, into this training.
Hello. Yeah, Umesh.
Hi.
yes,
Regarding modules, I will provide the brochure. You can check it the brochure. Okay, I'll provide on your WhatsApp.
okay. But is that real-time master data preparation is there into this?
Sir, can you tell
Real
me?
time real by what is the meaning of real time? Real time master data cannot be created. Real time testing is there.
Okay. Through the other any software through LIMS software or any other option is there for that?
For master data creation, we are going to see how to create the master data into caliber labware LIMS. So that is how we are going to create the master data, that configuration of the master data, then setting up the calculations, that all the things we are going to see.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
And total, how
Hi,
many
this
classes we are expecting, sir?
Sorry.
Total, how many classes we are expecting?
See, this will be the weekdays batch. We will have the 1 hour sessions from Monday to
Mhm.
Friday, and for almost I think ma'am have I think you have told them, right? So that
Yeah, the durations will be 1.5 month course.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Naveen. I see this course curriculum is more into like validation side, right? So you are going to show all the documents related to the validation. Like I see the course curriculum is having all the validation deliverables, right? So
Mhm.
is it like that? And my second question is, um, somebody was asking earlier. So how this training will happen? Like you will open the LIMS software and you will show us how the master data.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the actual software cannot be used here because Labor is not providing the that software, and that is not also feasible because the training institute cannot have that software. Single software cannot be implemented for this. But we will have the mostly the screenshots will be provided, and all the documents will be provided to you. Also, the all the validation activities related documents also will be provided to you, guidelines and templates, so that we are going to see on the screenshot only because there are some limitations and we cannot display the software here.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other question?
So is this a certification program or it's just a training?
No, it's just training. It's not a program.
Okay. All right.
Okay, ma'am, can we have the previous slide, please? Yeah, that's it. So here are some benefits to join Company Connect Consultancy. You will have the free membership for lifetime to avail chat with the lecturers and other members of the same group. You will have the material free access at any time with membership of for lifetime. Interview based question and answer free access. We are going to conduct the mock interview classes. After the completion of this particular training, we will have the mock interviews. Recordings of class will be available on site to recall and create your own notes. And then we will have the resume preparation assistance. So we are going to prepare your resume in such a way that if you are looking for a switch from your current organization into IT, then we are going to do some modifications into your resume because we need to add some key skills or we need to add some key points into your resume in a such a way that all the when you upload your resume on the job searching portals like Naukri.com or the LinkedIn, so you might getting noticed by the IT industries. Because if you are looking at your job searching portals like Naukri.com, you might have getting all the calls from the pharmaceutical or your related working industries, right? But we are going to modify a resume in such a way that you are getting noticed by the IT companies or the other big organizations, and you will definitely get a call if they shortlist your profiles. So that resume preparation assistance we are going to provide. Okay, so thanks everyone for joining this demo session. So we are going to start batch from the 2nd of September. That duration will be 1 month and 1.5 months, and this will be the weekdays batch, Monday to Friday, 9 to 10 p.m. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, okay. Thanks to all. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Regarding
Thank you.
registration, I will update you all people. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay then. Thank you. Thanks for joining. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.